6 on this Friday, racial slurs at school.
The parents of middle school students in Rochester Hills say their children were the targets of hateful and hurtful words.
Let's go live to 7 Action News reporter Anu Prakash. And Anu, you talked to two fathers who certainly want some answers from the district about this.
Yeah, they sure do. One of those fathers posted his son's story here on Facebook with the hopes that if people know what happened, then that could lead to some positive change.
It made me feel like, from childhood to adulthood, at some point our innocence is stripped away. And whatever he lost that day, he won't get back.
Kareem Mason won't forget what his 13-year-old son told him happened on Wednesday. The 8th grader at Rochester West Middle School was on the bus with other kids from school on their way back from a field trip.
He was with a couple of his friends who happened to also be African American, and he heard a child in the back of the bus, a male child, scream the word. He didn't hear what came before it or what came immediately after it, but he got up and he told the kid that he couldn't say that.
Mason says his son told him it didn't end with the N-word.
And the kid immediately launched into a joke, and the joke was, how do black people get exercise? They run from the police. My son, instead of fighting, went to the principal.
Columbus Ward's 13-year-old daughter is friends with Mason's son. He says his daughter has had similar experiences.
The N-word, getting called names and just a lot of disgusting things.
They're hoping by speaking out it will lead to positive changes. We reached out to the district for answers and were told in part that the actions that were described in the Facebook posting are not representative of the values of our school community. We're told that they can't discuss disciplinary measures, but say the district does not tolerate acts of harassment, bullying, prejudice, or discrimination. They say in those cases, the schools take strict and immediate action. These fathers hope there will be more cultural diversity training and discussions on racism, anything to further the conversation.
But it was also my hope that if anybody was suffering in silence and chose not to say anything, that they speak up.
Now, the superintendent did send this letter home to parents, and you can see here it starts with, "It saddens me to have to write this letter." This is about this incident involving the racial slur. Now, we did speak to those two fathers again later this afternoon. They told me that they had a meeting with the principal and vice principal of the middle school. They said they had a really great conversation. They described it as positive and productive, and they will continue to speak to move this forward in the right direction. Reporting live, Anu Prakash, 7 Action News.
Wow, certainly good to hear that the conversations are open and they took quick action. Thank you so much, Anu, for that live report.